Hey people of Reddit. What's a nice way of telling a talkative person to shut up? Do it the British way. Slap your thigh and loudly proclaim well must be going, then just walk away. You didn't start the exit sentence with right. Found the fake Brit. Brilliant, also works well. I use that one all the time. Helps boost the ego of the talker so she takes the walk out more positively. I tell my kids my ears are tired. I do this too. Or more often my ears are full. Started when my kid was little and still use it with a middle school ager who talks all the time. My ears are full. Be right back, gonna try this with my boss. Is he dead? He is. My old boss was this way. I freaking love her, but I always tell people that if you are going to talk to her, make sure you have an exit strategy. If that is a meeting in 15 minutes, or that you have to help someone else, anything. But she will talk to you for 90 minutes easy. In person, drop something. As you bend down to pick it up, change the topic or use an exit line. The drop should cause the talkative person to momentarily lose their momentum, allowing you to make the transition. Bend down but don't come up again. Lie down on the ground and pretend to be dead. They might keep talking a little bit, but then they will lose interest and move on to another victim. Good advice if you ever come across an overly chatty bear. Grizzly bears just do not stop complaining. Hence the name. I wish we had more time to talk, but I have to go. I've literally done this, and the person kept talking to me. Yes, it's no but starter too. How many times are you supposed to repeat the phrase whilst herding them out the door? Those people will spend an hour on random stuff once you've managed to push them out the door too. My sister will say goodbye then stay another 30 minutes chatting. My sister is like this sometimes. So I will say, I want to give you my full attention. But right now I'm watching something, feeling tired, need to go and plan dinner, etc. Can you hold that thought until later? At work I use the same tactic. Like, I'm in the middle of something, even if you are not, pretend you are. Can this wait, or is this critical for right now? Another tactic I use is to let them know right away how much time they have before you start. I need to use the bathroom, make a phone call, check an email. I can give you 3 minutes. Or we can talk later. 9 times out of 10 the person will back down. When you are feeling ready to talk again, make sure you thank them and let them know you are ready. When you are feeling ready to talk again. See my friend. In there lies the problem. Easy way out, just go shit every 3 minutes. Micron superpower. LPT, if you never leave the bathroom no one can bother you. Crising colitis. On the phone I say, hey, I'm going to let you go now. I usually tell people my battery is low and my phone is beeping at me. I have tried that. They literally say then go plug it in. Or why do you need to do that? I'm right here. Proceed to run away. Former neighbor was nice enough, but wanted to chat all the time. If I was carrying something, I would say I should really get this food in the fridge. Or nice chatting, but I really have to go and get back to work. There was this girl I had to help train at my last job. She had no concept of personal space. I often had to tell her that I really had to get back to work and could not sit and chat all day. Edit, come on people. She was not hitting on me. She was married. She just did not have social skills. I suspect she may have been autistic. Please do not sexualize this. Not sure if the same situation, but sometimes first time workers with heavy social anxiety tend to latch onto someone they find comfortable and keep talking. I don't know, I guess it is a way of venting or relaxing or feeling safe, but it does get to the point where they are oblivious to how the person they are talking to is uncomfortable. I did it when I started out and have seen some freshers doing it as well. This definitely makes sense. Had a housemate at uni during the summer months. I ended up moving out for unrelated reasons before term started, who would literally come running down the stairs to talk to me, my then girlfriend, and me the second we came through the front door. The other housemates had not properly moved in yet, so I can understand the loneliness she was probably feeling. But considering I was working full time at a pub, it would have been nice to be able to spend some alone time in the communal area. At first it was a kinda funny quirk, but it was constant. And then it got to the point where my girlfriend and I explicitly told her we were going to have a little romantic dinner date with a proper home cooked meal. She asked what time. So we figure great. She will avoid cooking at that time. We can finally eat alone, but nope. She was asking so that she could deliberately time her cooking to be able to eat with us. Yup. She had social anxiety too. You've honestly just cracked something for me. I had a flatmate exactly like this when I was younger. I worked full time and she was home studying in the day, so yes, we had different levels of talk left. And yes, she was social anxious, would cling to me at parties, get mad if I talked to other people, left her alone. If I was going home to stay at my parents', she'd go to hers. So then I'd stay last minute. Then she'd stay when I really just wanted some time in the apartment alone. I started to go to bed early to just have some time alone. Then she would comment on how early I went to bed. I would have lost my mind and been quite rude. You must be a saint. I had a talker as a roommate in college. Look, I know you are excited about being away from home for the first time, but I have an 8 o'clock class and I need to go to sleep. Good night. Did not work. Repeated in various ways several times. I finally said, shut up. Roommate got all huffy. Fine. Be huffy. Just be quiet about it. My guy has some balls laughing my butt off. Texas size. Make your face appear worried and pretend that your hand is moving beyond your control. Then politely pinch their lips together with your thumb and index finger and say politely in a rude tone while doing it, shut up, cunt. You have got more story than I have got time. Let us continue this later. I actually really like this as a talker. It is not mean to my ears. Adding TL doctor, we do not do it on purpose, so just nicely ask us to stop or do something else and we may get the point and stop ourselves. As a talkative person, I can 100% say I usually just do not realize I'm talking too much. It is not intentional on my part, but once I became more aware of it, I started noticing when people's eyes would glaze over or they would just start doing something else. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it does not, but if I see it, I will usually just stop talking or make a comment about how I'm talking too much and did not realize it. For some of us, it is ADHD or just struggling with reading other people and knowing when enough is enough. For instance, this comment is probably too much, but I have already typed it, so it is staying. Basically, just ask us to stop or find something else to do while we chatter. Eventually we will get the point. Edit. Thank you for the awards and to the people who understand. Some of you are so very kind. To those who are not so kind, I hope no one in your life treats you the way you do complete strangers. I also hope you never parent a child who struggles with this, because you will never understand. Your comment should be at the top. I cannot believe that I had to scroll down so much. You realize that you can read social cues and that you have total control over your behavior. Please do not let it hurt you too much, because if the other person is not telling it to you in your face, it is because they care and do not want to hurt your feelings. I also have ADHD and can talk way too much or write very elaborate comments. People seem to enjoy it at times, so any polite cue that I'm overdoing it will not hurt me at all, and I will just stop immediately. Yep, I save my long-winded comments for a did where it is anonymous. One of the many reasons I got off things like Twitter and Facebook is that my comments would be too long, especially this past year when everyone had an opinion on everything. Kind of selfish, but drag another person into the conversation, then sneak away. I've had to do this before, and it works pretty much every time. One of my coworkers used to do this to me. Another guy we worked with would ramble on endlessly about shit nobody cared about. So my buddy would walk him over to my desk, wait for me to get pulled into the conversation, and then just walk away. And since the talker was now blocking the door to my cubicle, I was literally trapped there until he got tired of taking at me. Eventually I learned to keep headphones handy, so when I heard them coming my way I could put them on and pretend to be too busy with work to notice them standing behind me. My cubicle neighbor does the same thing to me. Every time somebody stops by her desk to talk, she always says, "And cap talk," and I were just saying to loop me into the conversation before jumping ship on the convo. I hate her for this, lol. And I was just about to say WTF is cab talk, lol. On the phone, listen. I'm gonna let you go because I need to get to the store, pharmacy, start dinner, get to work, anything. With a stranger, don't take it personally, but I came here to be alone, or I don't want to talk right now. Anyone who doesn't know you and can't respect the fundamental human need for solitude can take a hike. To a trusted, loved one, I need to be alone in my own head now. The hardest one is with a friend or coworker, in my opinion. But I think saying, don't take this the wrong way, but I can't talk right now. My personal favorite in general, let's play the quiet game. First person who speaks loses. Works great with little ones. A friend tried this and was rewarded with 8 seconds of silence before the kids burst into laughter and yelled, "Daddy made a noise, we win," and demanding to play again. Daddy did not make a noise, but this did not matter. I cannot help but imagine that Daddy's knees creaked. I'm the talkative person. I do not mind being told I need 5 minutes of quiet please, or okay, motor mouth. Enough stories for now. Just tell them. Usually, talkative people are not quite aware that they are being annoying. I'm a nerdoc, so I talk to many people a day, many of who are elderly, and I'm always short on time. What I was taught in medical school and what I've found to be true is this: people who talk too much are used to being interrupted. So jump in and redirect the conversation over and over. Obviously be as polite as you can. At the end of the convo, most people never even realized what tactic you used. Those who do usually get the message as to why it was necessary, especially if I had to use the old, "Your granddaughter's birthday sounds very exhilarating." But I feel we keep getting off track and our time is limited, so I want to make sure we have enough time to cover all the details of your abdominal pain, what you wanted to talk about. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I don't think this one would work cause it sounds like you're implying you're wasting their time, and they would probably respond with, "Oh no, it's okay, I've got all the time in the world," or something to the same effect. I'm not usually an overly talkative person, but I have done it on occasion. Back before I knew the intricacies of small talk, people saying things like this meant nothing to me. "Hey, sorry, I'm all talked out and want to just chill, redo my work now. It was nice talking to you." Last sentence can be taken away if you do not want to lead into a long goodbye. The Irish goodbye. I made an entire PowerPoint in why I chose 2 Irish goodbye parties. Please share, haha. We have a chatty crossing guard that talks closely without a mask. He always stops people and talks their ear off. You can tell by their body language they want out, but they are too polite. Not me. "Sorry, I'm in a hurry," followed by walking away. He does not bother me anymore, but my wife still has not built up the courage. She strategically crosses the street to avoid him. I've always dealt with close takers, but literally putting my hands on their shoulder and keeping them at an arm's length. I honestly don't know what else to do, but I'm not okay with you in my space. Beep beep Richie. Glad someone beat me to it. My friends and I actually use this, since we all are socially awkward and don't want to be rude, telling each other to shut up. At this point in my life I just get up and walk away. 40 was amazing for me in that way. I do not think it is nice as in polite, but you can ask them why they are so quiet and just run away when they shut up for a few seconds out of confusion. Be sure to flail your arms as you run. Interrupt them and tell them that they are kind of overwhelming you. Apologize for being rude, but just be real. Usually people who talk a lot are pretty aware that they talk a lot and shouldn't be too offended by you just being honest, but in a nice, more friendly tone. I'm a quiet person and I will always speak up if somebody is driving me ducking crazy. It's worth it. As a person that talks a lot, I would like to say good on you. You have got the right idea. You are at an 11. I'm gonna need you at like a 3 maximum. I actually use this one, and it is pretty effective. In the right context, it can even be a little funny. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.